He needs to go through them periods. That was his first Premier League start. But at the same time, could he go somewhere to Germany? Or I would like him to stay in the Prem. Like if he could go Villa, because of the way they use Grealish, or if he could go Bournemouth and play under Eddie Howe, that would be good for him in my opinion. But Bundesliga is also a good option. He needs experience, minutes are currency. You look at Chelsea's youngsters, everybody's quick to compare Chelsea's youngsters to ours, and rightly so. But you cannot. And obviously Chelsea's system was broken until Lampard came. But go and look at the experience Reece James got playing week in, week out, being a main player for Wigan, and how much it's kind of helped him at Chelsea. Mason Mount, way before he kicked a ball consistently for Chelsea. He played at Derby, obviously under Lampard. He was playing in Europa League and playing consistently with Vitesse. Tammy Abraham, productive loan spells at many clubs, but I remember specifically Aston Villa and Bristol City in the Championship. Maybe even the Swansea loan spell in the Premier League was probably his most beneficial, because it probably helped him mentally, because he was really struggling for form. He lived in Swansea, which was is a bit of a quiet place and whatnot, so that probably helped him mentally. Do you get it? Obviously, there's a couple other examples and exceptions of man that didn't go on loan at Chelsea, but they already know how to kind of fight. They're a bit aggressive. Their IQ's a bit higher versus us. You look at Joe, you look at Saka, you look at Nelson. They're all very inexperienced. They're not necessarily the most physically and whatnot. So you get it. So you need to go and get some experience and whatnot. I do believe in all these young players that I've listed as well. I think they can all, some can be regulars, some can be starters, some can be bench players, and some won't make it. But I do think everyone is going to have a good career. What else have we got? Apparently, 10 days before his transfer to Arsenal, Nicolas Pepe was close to rupturing ties with his current agents because of a lack of concrete offers from across Europe, according to Romain Molina. Don't know how valid he is, because you heard Munich and Atletico were close to him. You've even seen the Atletico Madrid guy come out and say he was upset that moves for, can't remember the other name, but Pepe didn't work. So we'll never know how close it was, but again, I guess you have to speculate based on that. Did he only join Arsenal because there was no other offers? Did Arsenal only move for him because we lost Zaha? We kind of saw indirectly we've got a free run at Pepe. I don't know, people. Do you get it? But I have to, yeah, man. I guess that's the case. Apparently, we're also looking at a centre-half, people. According to The Athletic, Arsenal are looking to strengthen both defence and midfield in January, with Leo's Brazilian defender, Gabriel Magalhães, I can't say his name properly, people. Apparently, he's being monitored. Now, when I watch Leo, he looks all right. He looks fairly composed on the ball. I could be wrong, because I'm not watching him religiously, but he's left-footed, and he's only, 22, 23, maybe something like that. I'm going to have to obviously do my research and review him a bit more under the eye now he's been linked. But he's decent, and obviously I don't really care. He can't probably do much worse than our players we've got anyways. And of course I would like Koulibaly and all these mad encouraging names for a healthy fee. But in essence, I don't care if a man costs £2 or 200 million. If he can defend, Because all I want to see is the 2 C's, the 3 C's really. Like I keep saying, I want to see confidence, because our defenders don't look confident because they've got no competency. They're not competent at their job. I want a defender who can defend. You look at all our defenders apart from Socrates, Luiz and Mustafi. They've got the modern day centre-half thing under lock. They can play with a ball at their feet. They just can't defend. They're walking fire hazards. So I'd like to see some confidence, some damn right competency. Because think about it. If you hire a plumber in your house, people, and he can't fix a pipe, is he a competent plumber? No, it sounds stupid. That's exactly this example. So confidence, competency, confidence, competency, and what's the other one? Consistency, because it's all dead if the others aren't there. There's no consistency around the team generally, and there's no consistency with any of the defenders. Shout out to Chambers, because if there's anyone close to consistency, it has been Callum Chambers. So I would welcome it, people, to be fair with you, man. He can't do much worse than what we've got. Just need to see a centre-half. I don't believe these current options are good enough for Arteta. I think he can, at best, we can only hope that he changes their thinking and their approach to defending themselves, and they're not watching runners go free. They're a bit more proactive. But I think even Arteta, even as much as I believe in him, I think he can only take this defence so far without moving on. Because like Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher said, not to be personal, but some of these players are uncoachable. If Mustafi, Luiz and Socrates, being experienced as they are not changing or learning from habits, then you cannot teach an old dog new tricks, and they will keep failing Arteta and Arsenal. Obviously, Chambers and Holding, you can work with these, and obviously Zach Medley's not been looking, but these sort of man, obviously you can I got more confidence in Arteta coaching them because they're impressionable and whatnot. Some of these guys, well, Mustafi a World Cup winner, Luiz a Champions League winner. On paper, them two there should be locking down this defence. I've said it before, on paper, we should be talking about who partners Mustafi in the same way Liverpool speak about Van Dijk, due to the hype of when Mustafi came and all of these things, and we were saying it's aggressive centre-half to partner Koscielny and all of these things, and it hasn't happened. It is what it is, people fail to deliver, but I want to see a centre-half, and it is encouraging seeing that we want 2 centre-halves, allegedly, and a number 6 now. I would like to see our options if we did sign 2 centre-halves, because imagine 2 centre-halves, I'd imagine Saliba's involved next year, Rob holding, and potentially Chambers has played his way into plans of some sort. Obviously, only 2 centre-halves can play, 3 if he plays 3, but you probably do need about 4 or 5 centre-halves in the side. Obviously, Chambers can play in a couple of roles, and who knows, you can't rule out Arteta using him in midfield like he did at Fulham. Well, Chambers, played at Fulham. I don't think he's a right back, but he's done a decent job there at times. Obviously, more so this season, we've seen him get spanned there. Shout out to, I'm sure Mane killed him when we played Southampton once, and I'm also sure, was it Jefferson Montero against Swansea, for the second time to mention Swansea in this vid. But yeah, man, I wouldn't mind that. But for now, people, I'm going to get out of here. There's nothing more really to say, and I want to enjoy what's left of Christmas. On that note, people, DG.